All right, so welcome back, folks,
Welcome back.
to the podcast that you didn't know you needed.
Yeah, this has happened way too many times, and this time we actually have cameras in front of us. So
Yeah. It's probably about, I ain't gonna lie to you, what, episode 107, 108.
is
Y'all
that
been
counting the penthouse
Huh?
2021?
Yeah, back in the day. If you know, you know. Some people know. That MacBook knows.
The MacBook knows for sure.
MacBook knows.
The MacBook knows.
I never sleep on the MacBook. So, you got the list of topics, right?
Yeah, I do got a list of topics. So, we here to talk about the album,
We are here to talk about the album
and we made it. So
crossover.
let's just get into it.
Crossover album. I think it was the hottest album of 2022, and think would be modest of me because I know it. What's the date? What's the date on that album? Let me see. Okay, September 7th, 2022. The date of the crossover.
That's
the album
crazy.
that was supposed to drop in 2021.
Yeah. Took us 14 months to record the album.
14 months.
And
Crazy.
why was that?
Why was that? That was the craziest 14 months ever. And I'm gonna say this. We thought we was about to be super consistent with the music, bro. We thought we was about to be super consistent.
Bro, we were supposed to move into the same apartment.
Moving into the same, and then even though we didn't move into the same apartment, I want people to know there was so many songs made that nobody heard.
Yeah.
So many, like, you don't understand. So many songs made that nobody heard.
We had like 25 or like 30 total songs, and we threw away a lot of music.
Yeah, I just don't want nobody out here thinking it took me 14 months to make 13 songs. Like,
Yeah.
it was never that, nah.
And like the whole thing about it is we were just making a bunch of music, and like we knew that we wanted the album to be about something, but like we kind of put a story together at like the very last moment. Like we sat there with the track list, and then we were like, wait, doesn't this kind of like
Go together. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, it's one of them situations, because I remember you put the first song, I mean, really the first song and the last song just came together, because those are Jay Reezy. Jay Reezy comes in at the end of the process and just places the one and then 13.
Yeah.
But we had all these songs in the middle that it felt like we was just making. And come to find out, when you look at it, it explained what was going on through the whole 14 months. Like, so 14 months, I go through relationship issues. I get money. I do all type of stuff. And you
14
hear it
months
through
I
the
went
music.
through a lot of shit.
Yeah,
And-
you hear it through the music for sure,
Yeah.
without a doubt.
And like it's memories from like making the songs, and it's people like it's people and like days and places and like things that are so far like removed from now to like we really like almost like took a snapshot of our life at the time.
Yeah, no doubt. Made songs out of moments, because I think of songs like Rollin'. Rollin' had, and it's so many tracks like Rollin' that haven't seen the light of day yet, I'll say, because we got
Yeah.
plans. But Rollin', like, nights like where you just sitting there making a beat and you don't even know I'm over there writing, or if not writing, at least getting something in my head, a melody or something. So it was so crazy to me. You made that beat. Or I don't even know if you made it. I think you might have been just playing beats that night.
Yeah, I had the beat for Rollin'. I had gone back to Houston. My homie LG had sent me the sample.
Yeah.
I worked on it, then I took it over to Easy M. Hey, Easy, shout out Easy M. Love
Shout
that
out
guy.
Easy, man. Shout out both of them boys. I
Yeah.
haven't even met them yet, but just because of what they have done for me with Rollin', I got it. All respect.
Yeah, and so we go in there, we like really put the shit together, get it real nice and like polished, and then I bring it back, and I'm like, hey, you want to hear the new Denzel Stone R&B sound, and you hear that one, and you're like, yeah, this one.
I'm telling you.
I'm like, thank you. I knew you had good taste.
The moment I heard, and then you know what's crazy? So many people, I don't think people would be able to do anything with your beats for the most part. Like the ones that are really the most you, I don't know that people would really be able to do anything with them because they don't know how to handle that. Like it's packaged so perfectly, even like you could say that they just don't even know what to do with that. Like
Yeah.
and when I heard Rolling, I didn't want to sit there and write. I didn't want to do nothing. I think we got on that night and half of what the song actually is was a real life freestyle that I just did through the whole song. And that's them organic moments right there is like speaking on that snapshot of a moment that you said. Like
Yeah. And the craziest part about Rolling was like we was putting it together and we had hit like a null point. Like when we're making music, there's always a point to where like we're just gonna keep throwing out ideas, and like it's usually around like 40 seconds like of song time that we're like, yeah, we should probably finish this. And with Rolling, we had hit that null point like 15 seconds into the song.
yeah, no cap.
And I was like, there's something going on with this. And the way that we came up with it, it's that harmony. Y'all know the harmony. And I was like, you need to sing it more country.
Oh, so that means we got to talk about Chuck.
We do got to talk about Chuck. You should introduce Chuck.
Is this the world introduction to Chuck?
This is the world's introduction to Chuck.
Howdy. Chuck Nelson.
What's poppin', Chuck?
Oh, I'm doing fine. Chuck, let's talk about the beginning of Chuck. Chuck started, I can't give you a specific moment, but like, I love a certain side of country music. Not all of it, but like country music got a place in my heart, just being from the country for real. And, bruh, Chuck Nelson was just an idea at first, and he became a full-on entity and a person that I use to this day to make my music what it is. And it's the country side of me because I got a country boy deep down inside me that want to get loose sometime, and that's Chuck Nelson.
Yeah.
And y'all might be hearing some music from Chuck Nelson soon.
Chuck, my first time working with Chuck, a song that like y'all gotta beg him to sit down and actually record, Idaho.
Oh yeah. Did I ever record that?
No, you did not.
Damn. My bad.
What are you gonna do today?
I ain't got nothing to do after this.
All right, beautiful. Yeah, y'all might have Chuck Nelson music coming out very soon just because of this.
Chuck Nelson,
So
yeah.
let's go through the album and like let's go song by song. Where's my cell phone?
I got mine right here if you wanna.
And,
Well, we just both need it up.
Yeah, we
Ooh.
let's
Hold
go
on, bro.
song by song on the album and let's talk about what's going on.
My brother.
Throw me that. Yeah.
There we go.
All right. Shout out to Pinot Grigio.
Shout y'all out, but and we ain't got that sponsor.
That's why they remain nameless.
We ain't got that sponsor.
I'm trying to get to the bag. All right. Chosen. Shout out Jay Reezy, my boy.
Man, we're gonna talk about Jay Reezy right now. Jay Reezy. Bro, I have known Jay Reezy way longer than I knew he made beats. And that frustrates me to this day. I hate when niggas be talented. I hate when they be talented. And you don't never find out till it don't be too late. It just I hate finding out. I wish I already knew that. Because the first beat I heard from this man, I was shook. Like I was like, bro, there's no way like you just like you tell me you just start. It was like his second beat. You just started. It wasn't his second beat, I don't think. But he's telling me like he doesn't make beats like that. He just learning how to do it. And so I listened to it. I'm like, bro, this goes crazy. And we never work again. We never speak on it again for like another 9 months. Now, this is 9 months into the crossover, like into the making of the crossover, and he shows me. I go to his crib. We just trying to cook up. He shows me the crossover beat, Chosen, turned up. I'm talking about songs, like real good records. One day he just showed me all them beats. He sent them to me, and next thing you know, like that really changed like that took the album to the level that we was trying to get it to. That would have took us longer without that extra like little push. Like we would have got there, but Jay Reezy had a big part in helping us get there when we did, for sure.
No, absolutely. I feel like he gave the album like he put the album in the frame pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Like we came in and painted it, and like Jay Reezy was like, "Yeah, I'm finna laminate this bitch."
No, for real. Hey, Jay Reezy the laminator, man.
Man,
Quoted.
Resin Boys. The next song, Nowhere. How did Nowhere even come about?
Now I think Nowhere is definitely gonna be one of those situations where we I think we were for real in the stew, spur of the moment type beat. Like you making it, I'm writing behind you. I think it was really one of those. Cause I still remember you putting the drums together for that one.
Like it was one of them songs where I'm like, we have something missing in the album. It was close towards the end, and I'm like, we don't have anything. I was into a lot of Dylan Sinclair at the time.
Yeah, Dylan Sinclair. Yeah. I remember. You telling me that.
You know what I'm saying? Well, there's lots of Dylan Sinclair at the time, and I remember. I'm like, we need something that really just goes.
Nah, because you the type of producer, bro. First off, this dude is not just a producer. He is an artist, developer in every sense of the word. But with that said, one thing he told me when going through with this was like, he was like, I don't really got nothing to say about it. Just go listen to this Dylan Sinclair album. I'm like, cool. I listened to it, and I didn't get the grip for it how I was supposed to. And you tell me a few months later, or maybe a month later, you like, you ever listen to that Dylan Sinclair album? I'm like, I did, but I maybe I didn't hear it right. So I go listen to it again, and I don't know what was different. But that time it clicked, and I'm like, yo, he trying to put me on new game. Like he trying to get me to get in that mode. And that's Denzel, bro. He gonna get you in that mode.
The thing about me is like, I don't claim to be easy to work with at all. And I feel like that's the entire point of why I'm here. I think like sometimes we be our own like biggest enemy, and like sometimes we need somebody to tell us to get our head out of our ass and just do the things that we know we can do. And
yeah,
I try to be that for the people around me, and I definitely know like the people around me return the same energy, and like that's what kind of culture I like to build, to where we just keep each other, you know what I'm saying, always hungry, always like me and D-Nell, every time we come into the studio, we secretly will battle on who's come up with the better runs in the last couple months or weeks.
I didn't know if you felt the vibes.
We've never spoken about it until now.
Never speak on it, but
like
definitely,
like we're definitely always very competitive, and we're like, I'm like, this nigga think he nice.
Oh, this nigga think he got the runs. Watch this.
And
yeah, everybody can't handle that, bro. Everybody cannot handle that type of that energy, that creative space. Like it's a different level of creative space. Everybody can't handle it.
Yeah, and like even going, man, I know the amount of times I've gone into other sessions with people, and I've tried to be like, hey, bro, you think you should, and bro, you see the way that they just. Like, there's a certain point in time where I know I'm not coming back here ever again.
Yeah. And yeah, it's going to be like that, bro. You're going to step in some rooms and people not going to know the value that you hold, but you so confident in your value that it gets looked at as, oh, he think he know everything. He too cocky. Like, nah, it's not that. It's just like, I feel like we all valued individuals in this room. We should speak as so, like, you speak as the valued individual that you are.
Yeah. And a lot of times, like, people look at accolades and, like, they try and look at, like, social media and, like, placements and songs and things to kind of, like, try and value, you know what I'm saying, trying to size up what the value of the producer is. And the fact of the matter is, I've been making music 18 years now. Like, I'm about to be 24 this year. And, like, I made my first beat at 6 years old. And,
That's
like,
great.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a drummer. I'm a pianist. I sing. I write. Like,
That's what niggas don't
you know what I'm saying? My entire life has been music. And so, like, it's not even about, like, me thinking I know everything. I just know music. Like, music is, at this point, music, like, is like physics for me. I really liked physics in high school because you just take concepts and, like, there's a lot of shit, like, in science that shows up in music, and it's just patterns. And it's just, you see the same shit over and over and over again. And so, I may not know everything, but I can spot a pattern or two here and there.
Well, I guess the problem is, like, what is the issue in knowing things? It's like people got to get over themselves in, like, the fact that they can't handle someone knowing more than them. Like, if somebody has knowledge, like, you have a lot of knowledge that I might lack, and vice versa.
Yeah.
I want to hear that. I want to hear your knowledge to expand on mine.
Yeah. And
Like,
the thing is, if I'm wrong, I like to be proven wrong. The reason that I open my mouth is so that here's my idea. I never said that my idea was the greatest one. A lot of times, like, especially with, like, you and, like, Daniel. Shout out Daniel Leon. I can't wait for y'all to hear what I had with Daniel. Like, I'll sing a run, and I'll give it to them, and then they'll sing the run like the way it's supposed to sound for real. You feel me? And, like, or they'll take it and they'll take a part of it, and they'll cut it up, and they'll add, you know what I'm saying, another tail to it. Just do it however it needs to be done. But at the end of the day, I'm like, I hear a chord in there. You can do this playing like this. If you do this and you sing this harmony like this, and then you put this one here, you put that one on the left and put that one on the right, you're going to make this chord is going to sound like that, which is going to contrast with the bass back there. And then, you know what I'm saying, you got the hi-hat doing this, so this little melody is going to dig in like that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of moving parts like a football team. It's just...
Yeah, that's facts. I don't know Daniel. Shout out to Daniel. But I want to speak on my one experience with Daniel. And I want to address this because, like, we're going to do this on the internet, bro. Internet beefing. Internet beefing. Why did this man get on FaceTime with my boy Denzel, and he heard my song playing in the background, and this man had the nerve to sing it better than me. I was like, yo, that's my song, gang. Like, nah, but hell of a singer, bro. I just want to shout him out for that because I heard he just sung the run that I had just sung in the studio and killed it. It made me try to get my game up. So it's people like Daniel every day that help me, help all of us become better artists.
I like to hang out with people that make me genuinely uncomfortable. And, like, so I just try to make everybody as uncomfortable as I...
Speak on that, bro, because you said something like that earlier. You said,
like,
I'm starting to crave to be uncomfortable, so speak on that.
The thing is, I feel like when you comfortable and, like, when things are too easy, it low-key turn you into a bitch. Sorry.
Simply put.
I feel like you got to be in a place to where, like you can't be in your feelings about the shit that you do every day. Like, nobody owns music, and nobody is, like, you know what I'm saying, the gatekeeper of music. Yeah. And so I like to hang out with people just in life in general that challenge me. Somebody figured out some shit that I have not figured out yet, and, like, that makes me uncomfortable. Or somebody has put in so much work at one thing that they are just this much better at it than I am. That makes me very uncomfortable. It makes me want to figure out what the fuck is going on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I like to be around people that, like, you should probably be afraid of, but, like, they're just cool people.
And, you know, I was intimidated by that for a minute, and let me tell you why. I hadn't ran into it a lot. I've always done music. The closest I've ever had to that type of competition was, like, you know, in band, like when I'm in school. Once I got into the music scene and really started making my own, I never ran into that guy that I had to be scared of. Like, even the people that I was told I had to be, I'm like, they're not on my level. It might seem like it because I haven't put out as much, but once I do, you're going to realize, like, they not cut like me. But no, I've been lately, you know, networking over the years, bro. It's some guys. It's some cats.
Hey,
They make you feel weird because they like you like damn like
yo like Kevon. I met him yesterday. Uncomfortable.
Louis V. Kev will make you uncomfortable as a bitch. And let me tell you, the homies, we done talked about this, bro. It's crazy that you would say that. We be posted over at the trap like, and niggas, I'm telling Kev all day. My boy Marlito, he telling me like, bruh, my girl won't stop jamming your music. My girl won't stop jamming your music, and I love it, bro. I love for my girl. She know the deal. We all support all the homies. Like we gonna play everything, but like. Man, like that's the truth teller right there. When your girl got the song on and she jamming it, bro, yeah, like Kev will make you uncomfortable in many ways. He'll hop on your song and hit you in one of them verses. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kev gonna be mad that we ain't tell him to come.
I'm sorry, bro.
Shout out Louis V. Kev, bro.
Thanks.
I did tell him we was coming. I just ain't tell him to come, and that's on me. But yeah, shout out that man, bro. Yeah, people that just make you, they get you. I got an artist I was gonna tell you about. We bringing up names. I'm gonna bring him up.
Start name dropping.
Anti Blanco, bro.
Anti Blanco.
You don't know him, but you need to.
Okay.
Young nigga.
Love
on,
the young
on
nigga.
some shit like I knew him already through his music. Come to find out, my sister been knowing him from school, like coming all the way up, and I've heard his name, his real name. I ain't gonna say it because he don't like it, but I've heard his name all the time, and I'm knowing who he is. I ain't know he made music, but I knew I listened to this one little kid, one dude from DeSoto. Bro, dude is crazy. I'm talking about versatile, bro. If he hopped on any of your beats, you'll be like, you just don't know. You don't know what to expect with him, bro. Like, and that's what be having me like. He the first one that came to the studio that I was like, damn, bro, this little nigga know what he is doing. Like
it's niggas that's gonna like retire me in a couple years.
You feel me?
And so like I gotta hurry up and you know what I'm saying, do what I gotta do, because when it's time for niggas like that to go, you gotta stay the fuck out the way.
Yeah, yeah.
There you go, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Because niggas like that gotta shine.
Like you gotta see them do good.
And I feel like we look at it as a bigger age gap, but we all the same age group for real.
Right. It's just like when it comes to, it's just people that it's like classes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we graduating this year, this niggas is gonna graduate in 2027. You know what I'm saying? By the time it's time, you know what I'm saying? By the time it's done for them to go up, we gotta make sure that we prepare them, you know what I'm saying?
And it's levels, not to say that anybody's higher than anybody, but it's levels to it too when it comes to like, yo, city. Like I've already did the whole popping in my city, popping in my high school, popping in my like area thing. So I would love to see somebody else going crazy in the area, but I'm in this other area that ain't nobody heard of, racking my fans up. I'm on the streaming services, all the platforms, getting these fan bases in these different areas around the country, around the world for real. But like, yeah, it's like it's hard to feel that love from around the world. It's hard to feel that love from around America. It's way easier to feel that city love. So when your city just kind of like starts to put you off as the dude who already is past your local city things, like they're not gonna celebrate you the same way because they feel like you bigger than the city already. They're like, if that makes sense, you know what I mean? Like
it's like old news type deal.
It's old. You past that, like you are, and it's like until you blow big, they're not gonna think about you again. Like they mess with you for the 3 or 4 years they really love you, then they just waiting on you to blow. After that, they like, till you blow, do your thing, bro. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
No
and
disrespect, but do your thing.
Even I hit that point, and I decided, you know what I'm saying, that's when I hit my little duck off.
Yeah.
And like I like to, you know what I'm saying, I feel like the next time people really see me, like there's like a, you know what I'm saying, like the person that I am and the person that I was when a lot of people met me, not at all the same. And so like when people meet me again, like
they good wording because they gotta meet you again.
Yeah. And like, you know what I'm saying, my boy came in and had said something to me, and like it's like you realize like our lives is gonna get a lot harder because like we're about to go places and it's people that's gonna come back and feel like they owed something. and like we just gotta protect ourselves and getting ready for the challenges that we about to face. Like we're graduating from the problems we have now to bigger and greater problems.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. And it's because it's the people that you don't think about.
Yeah.
It's the people that gave you. It's the people that gave you. For me, it's the people that gave you that one little one-off beat that you might have.
Yeah.
That people might have fucked with at one point. It's the people that I don't know. You just forget. And not to say you forget about the people that helped you, but like when you've been going for so long, so many people done had these little hands and these little things that it's like you can't remember everybody. And sometimes even when you remember everybody, you can't do something for everybody. It's like, thank you for what you did, but honestly, I put in this work. Like,
yeah. And like I feel like the thing with me, off the principle of it, I owe people that stick around everything. If you there for the journey, I value loyalty. You know what I'm saying? Loyalty's been everything. Like even with you, like when you see me and D-Nell going gift for gift on the timeline, understand that this shit started at a way smaller scale. You know what I'm saying? Like I value like long term. Everybody that I make music with that you see long term, like them niggas have been like brothers to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I've had brothers I've been cool with that I ain't talked to for like 2-3 years, and then you know what I'm saying, we'll chop it up one random day, and you know what I'm saying, it's like nothing ever changed.
yeah, and I feel like that can be easily misconstrued because even if I, as a third party person, if I just looked at both our social medias, I wouldn't think we had the relationship that we do have. Like people don't know we really locked in. People don't know that you can make beats for me the way you make beats for me because you know me. Like you really know me.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
That's crazy. We went into we supposed to be talking about the album. That's
we're gonna
get back to that
we'll get back
soon.
to
But like, yeah, no, we for a lot of the album, like I'll go into it and I'll be like, all right, here's what D-Nell needs, and like,
yeah,
he gonna want to go on it like this. You can't go in this key because here's his vocal range. He do this, like he probably gonna want it in F minor.
And that's the craziest part to me. This dude will have it in the key that I can sing it in. Like I never have to tell him. I've had to tell some other producers or do it myself just to like change the pitch. Nah, he already knows what key I can sing in the best.
Yeah, man. You just gotta, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you gotta know who you fucking with.
Yeah. Simply put.
And you gotta take care of the people that take care of you.
Big facts.
Yeah. So speaking of this, on this album, the next track, Denzel's Interlude. I'm gonna let you talk about that one.
Let's talk about it. Denzel. I love Denzel's Interlude. I do. And I feel like, I mean, if you look into it at all, it's obvious. But Denzel's Interlude is just it's a full version of what already happens in the studio, which is like this collaborative process that we got. And instead on this one, Denzel wrote this song. I'm talking about from, I think I might have put one lyric in there, maybe, if I put any. But like,
we'll look at
he sat down, wrote this song, and it was so beautiful. And I was just like, it was crazy to me that he was even gonna let me sing it. Cause I'm like, dude, that's a crazy song. Like, you need to do that yourself. Like, you need to do that song. But he insisted on me doing it, and I was just like, bro, I was so honored. I had to kill it. We had to make sure it was like perfect in the way it came together, and like, yeah, that's just one of those tracks that, yeah, man, you speak on it.
Man, that's love, bro. I feel like Denzel's Interlude is like the perfect example of like the kind of music that we write, which is like you really got to pay attention because it might not be as pretty as it sounds.
Yeah, that's facts, and that's what you thrive in for sure.
Like I like to make music that's real, and like not everything, you know what I'm saying. We just got to be cool with the shit that happens. Like life is what it is, you know what I'm saying. Shout out my boy Dara, C'est la vie, and
Shout
like with that song, like the song sounds real beautiful, but when you look at what's actually going on under the hood and like really understand what's being said on it, you're like, this is kind of fucked up.
Hey, it is kind of crazy. Yeah, that's a well written song right there, and that's just one of them strong examples. Like, he's a writer, producer, whatever you need him to be, he's gonna do it at the top level, and that's one of those strong examples. I'm a performer at the end of the day, and of course I'm always write, but I can never turn down a great song. Like,
You being too humble. You being way too humble.
How so?
The one thing that D-Nail won't tell you is that, like, I ain't touched his songs in a second. He been writing. Like, D-Nail will act humble, but like he that man knows what he doing behind the pen. What was that line you said? It was, got so many young niggas leaning on me, I feel like a 2-liter Phantom.
I just said that, bro, like a week ago.
I don't even know if y'all gonna hear that. We got to give him that now.
Yeah, I got to give him that now since you done. Damn it, Io.
Hey, I do my job. Let's talk about For the Moment. For the Moment was a fun song to make.
For the Moment is crazy, bro.
Because that and Rollin' are like what I really consider like stadium R&B.
And yeah, bro, like we didn't even, I don't know that we had that in mind. I think we just kind of do it. But like, when For the Moment came about, I had no idea it was going to be what it was. Like, it was more of just I think that one was somewhat freestyle too, because it was true. Like, I'm coming out of a breakup. You know, females want relationship.
Love.
They want time.
Mwah.
And I'm like, whoa. Slow your roll.
Relax.
Like, yeah, it was only one girl that could get me to that point, but she wasn't who I was talking about on that song, because when I say that came off the top of my head, like, I'd got in the studio, thought I told you, girl, this is just for the moment. And it came out the way it came out because of, one, your engineering, and then two, that big beat, bro. That beat is huge.
We made that on the spot, didn't we?
Yeah, for sure.
And I was just like, even when you hear the sample, that might be the one I want to break down. Like, when you hear like the sample of the beat, there's like no way that would lead to what we ended up with.
Yeah, the original sample?
Yeah, I think
the king of that.
The best music that I make is when I go in and try and ruin the song intentionally.
And he knows if he ruins the song, I will tell him he ruined it. Because sometimes I'll hear something and I'll be like, I'm thinking it's finna go one direction, and it go the complete opposite direction. But it's so rare that opposite direction it goes in is bad. Like, it's so rare, bro. He'll just throw it in a whole different direction. You like, oh, shit. I was expecting something else, but
yeah. And the thing that like it irritates a lot of people is that y'all are not ready for the fact that I'm ready to not have y'all on my songs if it's not the music. You feel me? Like, Denzel Stone is its own genre. Denzel Stone is his own brand. Denzel Stone is his own wave. And I feel like the music that I make is the music that I make. And if you come in and you make it with me, then it's our music. But like, you gonna get what I give you because I know what you need.
Like, oh God. And it's one of them things. It's like with parents, bro. I don't want to listen to you at all, but deep down, I know you like really just trying to keep it a buck about how things should go and how things will work the best. And like, you be right, bro. Like, I hate to say it, you be right. The ideas I be hating, bro, we was just talking in the car about this. It's songs that I really didn't like that are the ones that are working, bro. Like, they're working.
Refresh
For the Moment might be one of them, bro.
Really?
Did I not like?
We didn't know what the hook was gonna sound like for a while.
I'm about to play For the Moment, bro.
Yeah, let's do that.
You know what I want to point out? How long this song took.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's confess. For the Moment was done like the night before the album came out.
I kid you not. I kid you not. For the Moment Probably got finished. Yeah. No
like
cap.
I
the
finished
day before the album.
like
dropped.
I put in the second verse and I mixed it, like, and then you uploaded the album 20 minutes later.
No cap. No cap at all. And like we always had these authentic ass mistakes that happen. Like enough having a minute of silence.
Yeah.
I got people told me about man.
And
I'm
I'm
thinking
just
of
like,
that.
I'm not gonna go back and fix this.
Yeah, because the night of that drop was like a movie release, and like I was almost proud at how many people came to me telling me that there was a minute left in that song. Because I'm like, damn.
They made it all the way
I
there.
was like, they all the way, they into it, like they literally jamming. And then the craziest part is because before they would give me that, they're like, oh, it's a minute left. They sitting there, oh yeah, nowhere to one. Oh shit, turned up, shawty go crazy.
Yeah.
Chosen? Oh, Chosen go crazy. Like they giving me the rundown of every song. I'm like, man, that's crazy. But yeah, back to for the moment. When I say we started this song, I can't tell you how long ago, but it probably took about at least 6 months. That sounds crazy for one song, but the amount of different studio sessions, I built a studio and recorded the last. I built a studio and recorded the last part of For the Moment.
He did.
And it came out to be a masterpiece, but boy, I hope we don't got to take 6 months on the song ever again.
Yeah. So the one thing about how we make music is that, like, if we're working on an album, we'll just make the entire album. Like, so much of it sounds really cohesive because we'll come into a session and we'll spend 8 hours and we'll do like a verse on this, half a verse on that, a couple harmonies and polishing some shit up here, writing some shit over here on this song. And we'll work on like 5-6 songs, and none of them will be done by the end of the session. But like the album has just got this much longer.
Yeah, I feel like we've had days that was like a main take day. So like on main take day, I did the main takes for 5 different songs.
Yeah.
The songs sound hella unfinished, but all of them got some main takes that day.
Right.
And we come in another day and it's a harmony day.
And it's like sometimes we'll just go in and we'll be like, all right, I'm glad that we've written this song and it's good. We're about to re-record the entire thing from scratch.
You know what's crazy to me about harmony days? I'll come into harmony days, I'll be warming my voice up trying to do some harmonies, bro, singing. And this man will cut on one of my hottest rap tracks. Be like, I hope you ready to do some harmonies. I'm like, what the?
Bro, listen, the thing about it is I don't care. Music is music and it's all sound. And so I'm like, there's times where I'll hear a run in a beat and I want to go in and put a lead there and I'm like, nope, I'm going to make the nigga sing it.
Yeah.
I'm going to make him sing it. And like, when it comes to like, even with, when y'all hear dress rehearsal, y'all will understand exactly, because there's some things that just don't belong there until you put them.
There's things that don't belong there. Man, it's so much joke music, so much music. Not even so much. It's one specific song.
You know exactly what song that is.
I know exactly what song it is, and I'm not going to break it up right now. Man, we make a lot of parody music that goes crazy, bro. We are the epitome. We're the poster children for having too much time in the studio.
And nothing to do with it productive.
Yeah, like, so many unproductive things. And those actually end up, like, some of my hardest verses, I just want to say, are on some songs that was just a joke. Some of my hardest verses are on some songs that was just a joke. And I take pride in that because the verses on my songs are still better.
Yeah.
It's just better, like YB. But,
I'll say that a lot of the hooks that I've written that people have loved, and a lot of like just even the beats that I've made that people have loved, I've made for the express reason of them being some bullshit.
I believe you.
Like I just wanted to make something that was just gonna piss you off, and like that's really what it is.
Ooh, and then you make me forget about. I often the wonderful album made me forget about the stress you put me through for it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like
I was telling your mom about that earlier.
Word.
Yeah.
What did she? I think I heard that conversation.
Yeah, she was just laughing.
That's crazy, bro. Because
Yo, shout out D-Nell parents, cool ass people.
yeah, bro, shout them out, bro. While we on the topic of them, they have been a big part of me like continuing this music. Cause like I came to find out, like I used to think they hated on it. I used to think they didn't want me to do it. I wasn't good at it yet, bro.
That's crazy.
I wasn't good at it yet, and they didn't want me, especially with all the cussing and stuff. It's like I took it like it was such haterism, bro. It wasn't, bro. It's like, why you doing all that extra cussing and like street shit over a whack song? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the song not even going crazy, bro. Like, so now I do stuff and they respect it to the utmost. Like they like, yes, this what we was waiting on. My dad would say a lot of stuff. He like, that's all I wanted to do. He was like, I know I kept giving a lot of criticism, but like, you doing it now. Like, this is what I was trying to hear.
And so how do they feel about like how much of the album did you show them like as it was being done?
As it was being done, I ain't gonna lie, they got most of it. They them type of people that's gonna hear the song.
And so how are they feeling about it? Like like I say, first 3 months, how were they feeling about the album?
Man, the first 3 months they were just like, it was. You gotta remember, this was such an unfocused album until it was built like this. The drop of the album happened just like this. We started with just making songs, and it narrowed down to an idea, and then all the way down to an album. But originally, I'm just showing them songs. And after about month 2 or 3, my mama's favorite quote was, "Boy, you just keep getting better." Like
That's crazy.
because I'm playing her a new song every time, and we getting deeper into the album.
Yeah.
And we just making harder songs. They just coming at that point. We in album mode. And that was her favorite quote. He was like, "Boy, you just keep getting better." And I'm like,
during that time, we really was like, we was going to the gym and we was working out, and we would send each other vocal warm-ups and videos and exercises and like drinking tea before sessions, and like we wake up
trying not
6 in the morning.
Yeah.
And just get to work.
Yeah. Oh my God. And that was half of that time was in a time where I had moved away from the city of San Marcos. And I'm coming out there to see my girl, and we going throwing 8-hour sessions just to get maybe 2 songs done. Like, they had a lot to do with how long it took, like, doing these huge sessions just to get, because we perfectionists. We might spend an hour on an ad-lib. Like, you feel me?
I remember at the end of Chosen, like, it took we took an hour and a half to do the accidentals on that very end.
Yeah. Dang, yeah. That was a minute.
And like
that's like 2 seconds of song.
Right, and we had to sit there and like decide the key that we was gonna put it in, what the chord around it was gonna be, and like really craft it for an hour and a half, and then we did the rest of the harmonies, and there are some sessions and some files that are like literally 2 gigabytes large because of how many takes we did not use. There are some like harmonies that you'll hear on that album that are the like 120th take because we finally decided we liked this one. And like it'd be like, nah, your error was too. Take a step back. All right, step to the left a little bit.
And that's a common misconception, bro. Like, people always like I'll make the statement that I can't sing, and people always combat that. They like, nah, I've heard you sing. Like I've heard you sing in person. I've heard you sing on the mic. I've heard you on that album. You can sing, nigga. Like, and I'm like, bro, okay. What I'm saying is I can sing, but you don't understand how many times I recorded that. Like, we on some 70s shit. Back in the day, you used to have to record. You used to have to hit the take 1,000,000 times if you wanted to get the take, not just throw some auto tune on it. Like that's what people don't know. Also, we ain't use much auto tune. Like,
yeah,
this the least auto tune I've ever used in my life.
like I told him I was gonna force him to be a singer, and he was gonna have to sing and sound like he sang.
Yeah,
and here we are.
I got used to it. At first, and the craziest part is how good of a singer, how much better of a singer I became during the making of the album. By the end of the album, I had to re-record stuff from the beginning because I'm a new singer now. Like, I sing way better.
You know the craziest thing? We met and like started making music together because before I met you, you were literally an urban legend at Texas State. Like everybody will talk about D-Nell, especially at the Congress meetings, and like, and he would just never be there, and I'll be like, who the hell is D-Nell? And then we was at JP crib.
Yes.
It was us and Savante when we pulled up.
And we came in and made All You Need Is Family.
Right. Mm-hmm. And like at that first time, I remember I had tried to pitch something to you, and you was like, shut the fuck up.
I ain't know you, bro. Like
I know. But it was so funny because I don't know why I felt like I should have told you that because I met you 15 minutes before that, but I'm just like, bro, just please for the song.
No, I'm just like, bro, why does this nigga think he could tell me how to do this? Like,
and then he mistakenly actually gave it some thought and tried it, and then he was like, and then he came in and did a feature for me like the next week. Yeah. And then it was just the ball rolling from there. But actually, no, after that, we didn't like make music at all for like a year.
Bro, we was disconnected after that. But I knew you.
And we talked
about it. That was what it took.
It.
I knew you then.
Right. But no, you did, we never dropped that song. Sidecar.
Okay.
We never dropped that song, and we sat on that for a while, and then you were done Lights, Camera, Action.
Well, we was trying to get a placement for Sidecar, I believe.
We was? Well, that shit didn't fucking work. We got to cut that out.
Yeah, I'm about to say bleep it or something.
Actually, yeah, that's funny. Yeah. So, yeah, we did the Sidecar shit, and then we did Lights, Camera, Action a couple months later. But, like, you wasn't coming into sessions. You was recording to T Woods. Yeah. And, like, I'm like, yo, this nigga is hard. And the thing about it is there are some people that send me songs back, and I shake my head, and I'm just like, yeah, it's cool, bro. And there's people I get songs back that, like, I listen to the song more than once.
Yeah.
And it was definitely like that with both that Sidecar and Lights, Camera, Action. And, like,
those was my first two. Now, I'm glad you said it because those was my first two. And I wasn't recording with T Woods yet. I didn't even know him yet. I was recording with Rich Money. Rich. Shout out to Rich. Rich helped me have the best sound in the city when I didn't even know it. Like, when I didn't know it and everybody else could recognize it, we had the best sound in the city to start off with. That's why we had a certain level we had to go off of because Rich had already set that tone.
Yeah.
But I'm coming to Rich, and I'm recording with beats that you had gave me, but we ain't had that connection yet. And you also, bro, you wasn't engineering. Let's not forget about that time. You wasn't like mixing or nothing. You just made beats.
Yeah.
So I'm going to Rich. I recorded Sidecar for sure, which I would sing way better now, and Rich would mix it way better too. Like we just have both grown like crazy. And Lights, Camera, Action, which we actually kept Rich's version of for the ups and downs. And that's what got me in my R&B bag, bro. That song, them two songs, I would say. That's what got me in my R&B bag for sure.
Yeah. And then it's funny because that Ups and Downs EP we had done, and it was like that was like the handoff into like the new D-Nell sound.
Yeah.
And because we done Lights, Camera, Action, we been sitting on that for a little bit, and then we did About You, and you hated it.
But it just existed.
But you was working at you was at work at the time, and you were like, they keep telling me they love the song, and I'm like,
yeah.
Duh, do you hear the hook?
I was working at Nike, I think, and it was just like, oh, that's crazy.
Like we toot our own horn enough, but like, what's the stop? Like, I don't know why you didn't like that song. Can we break that down?
I mean, I think we got a theory because we speak on the theory where I always get this like I get this weird feeling that makes me feel like I don't like songs when they too classical because like you said earlier, you quoted it just wasn't edgy enough, bro. Like this shit ain't have enough edge. I was like, bro, this is such a regular song. Like
this is like a I love my wife.
Yeah, I was like,
clean song. This is a domestic husband record.
It ain't no toxicity. Like, what we really doing, gang? Like, I haven't said I love you, then fuck you in the same sentence.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just gonna, but then when you dig into it's one of them, because when you dig into the song, it really is that. And let's talk about how that song came about.
I remember I started with the beat. It was me, Shola, Easy M. That was actually like my first time ever linking with Shola.
Yeah.
And Shola is crazy because like right now, like them two were like in Houston, my right hand man when it comes to production.
Yeah.
And like a lot of the things, like a lot of the craziest beats I've made have been with those two. And like we had done that song. I started it and took it over to them, you know what I'm saying? I started working on it, and then I brought it to you with the hook already kind of, with like only half of the hook written.
Well, see, you didn't show me the hook. Or even if you had sung it before, you didn't show it to me. It's like you kept it in a tuck or something. Like
I did hide it from you.
You hid it. And then, so look, knowing me, I feel like that was one of your knowing me moments. And you might not remember it now, but I think you just knowing me because
we wasn't at the point yet to where I was like, here, take the hook.
You wasn't telling me that you knew me, but you knew me. Like, what it was I wrote the feelings and the thoughts that I had. In like, I'm the type of person that once I get my feelings out over that beat, it get a little hard for me to keep writing. I almost got to stop. I'm like, I said what I needed to say.
Yeah.
You came with that. I don't know if it was the second half of the hook or it might be the whole hook. I had verses and all this stuff. And you gave me that about you part, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. You had written the first half of the hook. First
half of the hook.
What did we say there?
I said I wrote the when I call you on the late nights
Yeah.
and the FaceTime pickup. FaceTime.
Yeah.
And then you gave me the shut the stars down.
Yeah. And it's like really like I was on like, what's the most romantic I can be? Like that really was some of our most romantic bars.
Well, see that's what I was gonna get to, because it comes down to that contrast that we speak on, because I had wrote this song about somebody who was basically ruining my life.
Yeah.
Like, and I kept talking about how bad they was for me. And you gave me that side of you came with them like, I love you, I do everything for you lyrics. And I remember the conversation in the studio. I'm like, how's that even gonna work? Like, how's that, bro? These lyrics don't go together. And you was like, watch this.
I think that's what. So y'all gonna give me shit for this. I'm a Libra, and I think I just keep everything playing like this, and like even with all the music, like one thing is true, but all this other shit is also true.
Yeah.
There goes my cell phone. Geronimo. But yeah, so we writing those things, and it's like, yeah, you talking about how this person ruining your life, but like, so you love her.
And you know, you feel me? That's what it came to be, because like, you know, like, oh, people love that song. That might still be. Now we got Heartbreaker and stuff, the old joints, but that's my most popular recent song. Like, people love that song just for that duality, bro. It's like you ain't never really heard nobody speak on how much they can't stand what this person is doing to them, and then also talk about how they would give them the world at the drop of a dime. Like, in the same track, in the same 5 seconds.
Right. What was I think that's one of the ones we have to remind them what we said. We had said
I found it. The beat was called Ride or Die. That's why I couldn't find it. Okay, so I start with the lyrics. You supposed to be my rider. Yeah. Different cities day to day with you. I was out here trying to get it. You've been trying to find somebody else to lay with you. Don't know what to say to you. It's like you want to play games, but you don't want no games to be played with you. That sound like a single player game from keeping shit 2 + 98 with you. 100. And then this is the line. This is the line that grips them. Part of me is angry. The other part, know I'm finna stay with you.
Facts. I'm so
but
sorry.
not because I got faith in you. Just because I know I can relate to you. That's deep, bro.
And these days, it's hard to
These
find.
days, I need something to relate to, and I don't want to find nobody else to relate to. Bro, how many times has somebody been in a situation where they not finna leave a relationship? I got people in relationships like this right now. They know it ain't no good for them, but they also know the burden it would be to go try to really get to know somebody else, really try to take it to that next level, like, and then give up everything you got with this person. Like, not that they any good for you, like, not that they any good for you at all, but you gonna be there, like,
You gonna stay down with it.
and you all about them.
Facts.
I'm all about you.
I love the terrorist in my house.
Who? You said you left the terrorist at your house.
No, they love the terrorist in their house.
I was like, nigga, do we need to leave?
Oh man! And then we said,
I don't want to make this about the people that raised you. I don't think that I could fly high enough to save you from yourself. And when I call you on them late nights on the FaceTime, pick up. You waste time, never made time for us. When you tell lies, why you looking right in my eyes? Oh,
can you throw me some chapstick?
Yeah.
Face ass. But I can never find the strength.
To move on past you,
I make the moon spin.
just to shine on you.
I shut the stars down.
If they ruin your mood, I'm all about you. I'm all about you.
And it's really crazy because I feel like whenever we wrote that, we really meant it.
Oh, for sure. We did. Would you look at life?
Hey,
Woo!
what's the next song on the album? We got
Man, where we at? Yeah, where we at?
Official was the one song that I really hoped made the album, and we weren't sure if it was going to because I had lost the file.
Did it?
We almost didn't put it on the album because we lost the file and we didn't know where to put it. We added it at the very last moment.
Is it track 5?
Yeah.
Bro, it's not on my... Bro, mine skips... For some reason on the downloaded album I have on my album, it skips Official.
That's crazy.
What the hell? It says 1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
Yeah, you got to go in and download your album properly.
Yeah, I'm about to re-download that. I don't even got my own album download. That's crazy. It's almost the same song.
It really is.
It's like a new day though. Like I just want to reiterate.
And we really battled so much on whether to put it before or after For the Moment.
Yeah, we did. And that was only because of what it would have been going before or after. But that was a bless you.
Thanks.
That was good for us because I feel like we really needed to put that into motion. This is just for the moment. No, it is not official.
Like you can't ever tell her once. You got to tell her at least twice.
It's like the cherry on top, bro. Because it's like you got the whole For the Moment song that's going hard, and then right at the end, don't get this mixed up. We ain't a fit. Yeah, you feel me? Like we are not official.
I won't lie and say that one of my favorite things to do is be very sweet as I break people's hearts.
It's an art, ain't it?
Yeah, it makes me feel like a terrible person because I might enjoy it all too much, but I'm gonna cut that part out.
I feel like it hurt worse.
You're like, I hate him, but he wrote me this beautiful song.
You feel me? Like, because I know, and we ain't gotta cut this. I know my ex listen to my music and be like, that's going crazy. But he is talking about me crazy.
My ex followed me on Apple Music the day we dropped the album.
I know she felt that interlude.
Yeah. Oh man. Call and collect.
Call and collect. Hey, it's simply put, call and collect.
We did call and collect when I was Up at the point.
The Point. Yeah, The Point.
Yo, shout out to Point. That was like that was where we birthed boot camp.
Man, boot camp, man. Oh God, boot camp got started at The Point.
And shout out to everybody on boot camp, man. Shout out to everybody still rocking with us.
Yeah, man.
And like, man, we come.
Fuck it, bro. Shout out to everybody not rocking with us, bro.
Shout out them boys.
Boot
too.
camp is what it was, and it was a moment.
It was.
I wouldn't take nothing away from it. Yeah, like
facts. We really did have like we had people coming in from SA to fuck with us. We had people coming in from R, and I'm talking about we got people that's really like serious crazy musicians, and we all just in my apartment.
Yeah, like you know what's crazy though? Like I want to talk about boot camp. I want to talk about what it is. Boot camp was just a collective. It was a collective of who we thought to be either the coldest artist or the artist with the most potential, which both was really the same thing when it came. Once you stripped everybody down to their core,
it was all the same.
It was all the same. Like
everybody in boot camp was blessed.
Yeah,
simple.
Like one way or another. Like, and what we all did was we sat there, we locked in. It was about 7 of us.
Yeah,
we locked in, and we put in work. Like we all came in. Man, Io is a fucking workhorse when he wants to be. He is a workhorse.
Hey,
Denzel is a workhorse. When I say we all had our sessions lined up, this man might be lined up 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. We all coming in, putting in work, like almost every day. I want to say, like,
yeah, I definitely had days where I'm like, all right, you come from 12 to 6, and then 6 to 12, I got somebody else.
Yeah. Facts. And so, yeah, it was just like working. Everybody was working on being the best artist they could be. Like, really building artistry, bro. It's a lot of people from the city that found who they were as an artist. Like, just like that. Shout out people like Shars. I want to speak on her. She came through. I met Shars at work. I knew she could sing. I knew she had potential. She came through the boot camp when she met you, and she grew into who she was. Like the song she had already showed me that she had wrote. After y'all worked on them, I'm like, that's the yes. I see her vision coming to life.
Yeah, like with Shars, like Shars had everything that Shars can do within her, and like Shars just when she put in the work, like you saw her. You feel me? As soon as Shars came in and really sat down and be like, yeah, I'm finna hit this.
And she had the view of a lot of things the same way a lot of other people do. They just got to be shown, which is that view where it's like thinking that you can't do things,
right?
Or thinking that the things aren't for you. I'm like, nah, you good as fuck at that. That's for you. Go ahead and do it.
It's not that it's not for you. You just don't know how to do it yet.
Yeah, you haven't.
We can always figure that part out.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, shout out to people like her that came through and really honed into their artistry and
really found themselves.
Yeah.
And like I'm really glad like a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, like I was a part of like a lot of people just really like going through and like getting they shit off. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like it was a great thing for me to provide a place to where people could really come in every day and vent and really just get their shit off.
I know that's what it was for me, a notebook for sure.
Yeah, man.
Your laptop is a notebook for me because I got some feelings off in there.
And like, it's people in boot camp that made like, it's people in boot camp that like took their artistry from like one era to another era to another era, like Low. Let's talk about Low.
I've been waiting to get to Low.
Like we met her, and she was hard.
Let me say this,
and we're like, how was she going to get harder?
When I met Low, you want to know what it was for me?
What?
This was real life. This was real life for me when I met Low. It was Low or Meg Thee Stallion. Like, I swear, because Meg wasn't Meg yet. When I met, bro, I've known Low for, I give it 5-6 years now. Yeah. Like, I met her when I first came to college. That was like my best friend. Shout out her, shout out Savante. I love them. They're beautiful.
Man, my favorite.
Love
that's
them.
Mom and Dad right there.
You feel me? Big pops and mom. I met Low. We was buddy. That's my dog. Tight. We was together. Like we was friends through a lot of stuff together. We went through a lot of real life situations together, which tightened up that bond. And then when it came to the music, she was she was really mostly rapping. I knew she could sing and she would play the piano and stuff, but like she was rapping her ass off
like crazy.
And I'm like, yo, like Meg not even big yet. So I'm thinking it's one of these. It's like it's one of them. Like I don't know who finna do it yet. Like
yeah,
she might just pass up and go, do bigger things. But like, and she still might to this day. Like
I'm very scared. Like she done graduated now.
Man,
so
do you feel me?
I'm very, very excited for like everything that she gets to do right now, because like when we came in and we did her first EP that me and her came in and dropped, like from where she was when I met her, she had picked up a whole different style and was like, yeah, I'm gonna do things this way now. And she went in and she killed it. And then we did Casket Party and we're like, okay. And then afterwards we start switching. She like, yeah, I want to do R&B. And I'm like,
about that time.
Now you talking my language. And like she just keep getting colder and colder, and you're not sure how she's gonna keep getting colder, but she finds a way, and it's very scary. And y'all should be as terrified as I am.
I mean, it doesn't help that she's a star. Like, there's people that got star power. And she's one of them. Like,
she just do what she wants.
Let's talk about the Texas State performances. Any performance that you see, everybody done been somewhere to some event and seen her perform, and she got that energy to her.
Bro, and it's just like she got everybody in the crowd sweating, singing along,
or dancing, around, or some jumping,
knocking over my drink.
Never felt. You forgot that,
bro. We was at Longhorn. I know. I lost some food to Low performance.
Yeah, because one thing Low will do is bring the whole crowd to one area.
Yeah,
and go crazy.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, like that's one to look out for right there. And I'm never gonna take my eye off it. But
and then we got Venus.
Venus
is crazy because like we don't even know what she's like really capable of doing yet.
I was just about to say that. We have so little of Venus for it to all be so good.
And like with the things that she's done. Like, I remember, so with 10, when I wrote 10, I was like, this song is great, but I think I want a girl to sing it. And then she heard the song, she's like, I'll do it. I'm like, okay. And then she sang the song. And by the end of the song, it was her song.
Yeah.
Like, she takes everything that she wants to do, and she's like, I'm going to flip this into my own thing. And it's never wrong.
It's because you can't deny that voice, bro. Like, she has one of those voices that takes over. Like,
right.
When you hear her come, if she was a feature, once you hear her come on, and that's her part of that song, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's and I hate to do this because we all hate the comparisons, but it's comparable to the Summer Walkers, like who I want to say SZA, but like SZA in a little different of a lane, but like them R&B, them women R&B goats. Yeah. She's up there with them vocally. Like, no doubt. I'm talking about the lowest level of production quality, she'll do it.
Yeah, nah, and the crazy thing about it is, like, no matter what she do, like, she could be doing, like, it could be the lowest effort that she's putting in, and it's just polished.
And speaking of, we just spoke on Official. Shout out to her because she was on the. That's her vocals at the end of
Denzel's Interlude.
Denzel's Interlude or Official?
Denzel's Interlude for sure.
Nah, I gotta hear it.
Yeah, you don't. You forgot.
It's Denzel's Interlude.
Yeah, it is Denzel's.
But for some reason, I hear it coming at the end of Official.
It could. We really should go back and add that if we want to.
It's not. That's me singing at the end of Official. I thought I was sounding like Venus a little bit. My bad.
Yeah. Nah, man. I'm really happy and like I'm really excited for everybody to like do the things they need to do, because like at the end of it I feel like we really, you know what I'm saying, we put in the time, we put in the work, and we really created like a culture that like people are gonna take and spread into their own worlds. And like boot camp, like I feel like 5 years from now what we're gonna have is like it's gonna be an entire world of people who are inspired by the things we did in my bedroom. Pause. Cut.
Yeah. But yeah, bro, like, and you know what's crazy? A lot of people's first statement hearing the project or any of my music is the quality. And I'm like, and my mom say it all the time, like Chosen, for example. That back room, you was at you at my house this weekend. That back room where my dad is working at, that's where we recorded that song. And so that's the first thing she wants to say to people. They bring up the quality. She like, yeah, and they recorded that in my back room. And I'm like, yeah, like, if only you saw the apartment room that we recorded the whole rest of the album in.
Yeah.
And it sound like we in the back of one of these studios, like official as hell.
Yeah.
Big studio.
And shout out to everybody that taught me how to mix.
Yeah, shout out to all of y'all, bro, because y'all did a lot for that album.
And I'm still trash, but here we are.
I remember the point where you was getting better so rapidly. That I would come to the studio and I would come back and I'd be like, damn, what I recorded like last week, I want to re-record that on this new mix because you're going crazier this week. And then the next week it'd be the same thing until I just felt like I came to you for like full-on professional quality. I wouldn't even want to go to real studios because they wasn't creating the sound you was creating. Dead ass. Like,
for real?
Dead ass. There's real studios I've turned down going to because I'd much rather record with your sound. Like, much rather.
Official endorsement of YouTube University. We did it.
Nigga, we made it.
Hey, man. All right, so in the album, Turned Up Shawty.
Turned Up Shawty. Let's talk about Turned Up Shawty, bro. I love that song. I would have loved to have a final mix of it. No shade to T Woods, you my dog. I know you be busy, but man, we just couldn't get the final. We couldn't get the final version of it, and I'm still very happy with the version we dropped.
Yeah.
And I love recording with him, bro. I love recording with T Woods.
Truthfully, I think he did you a favor. I don't think it needed anything else, and he maybe he just didn't want to break it to you.
And you know, that's what I had a feeling. I was like, bro, I wonder if he ever just cut that song on and felt like I don't even know what he wants me to mix on here.
Like,
because I listen to it now, I'm like, bro, this song is fire. Like, people love it exactly the way it is.
Like, what he want me to do? Redo the song?
Bro, you should see the dumbass note I sent him. Like, bro, I was like, yeah, can I get about like 5 less dBs on this ad-lib that's in the back left, and like, cut out the ad-lib right before I said blah, 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 and the background vocals on the part that goes na 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 na. And it was real. It was simple fix, but I feel like it was simple.
When you wake up in the morning, make sure that you brush your teeth counterclockwise.
Yeah, before you mix my shit, I need a counterclockwise brush, bro. It's just not gonna come out right.
That's crazy.
So
yeah, shout out T Woods, bro.
Shout him out, bro.
Man, that's the OG. Like, I love T Woods.
T Woods is still that go-to guy, bro. If I still go to if I want to go to a studio for real, I'm going to T Woods.
Yeah, like T Woods. I want T Woods to mix my wedding mixtape.
That would be wild. T Woods a hell of a rapper too, bro. That don't get talked about enough.
Bro, he don't talk about it enough.
Oh God,
he too humble. He too humble.
He too humble, bro. He don't, bro, because I would have no bullshit. I would have thought he was trash, because he don't talk about it. And then you know, a lot of times it's that guy that only engineer everybody. He might be the worst in the room.
He's heard the most hours of people rapping.
Fuck, heard the most. He's still one of the he got very few artists that I would put above him, and I'm not even gonna say above him, that I would put on the same level as him. And then he's such a calm and collected guy. You forget that T Woods kind of got that. T Woods got that street side to him, bro. That he's such a nice guy, bro. He's such a good, genuine dude that you don't see it. But when he hop on that music, you be like, ooh, I could have forgot who you was for a second. I could have forgot who you was.
Yeah, he needs you. That's why he raps, so you remember, and he don't got to show you.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he gonna move. Yeah, he just gonna, yeah.
Yeah, man.
People like him ain't putting on no act.
we talked about rolling already. Let's talk about Mean to Me. I hate the way my verse sounds. Confession.
Well, shit. Why you didn't fix it?
We dropped the album.
I actually liked it. And like a lot of people's comments was that you sounded like Giveon.
I don't sound like Giveon.
You don't, but like y'all niggas is in a whole different like world of singing on y'all own, which is like that. Y'all voices, bro.
So nobody's a famous baritone anymore? He's the only one?
Y'all are baritones that never sing in baritone. If I don't even know if I said that right. Y'all are baritones that never sing in y'all key. Like y'all niggas is always singing in tenor keys, which make y'all deep ass voice make this like cool, different new sound.
Ain't that you?
No, I ain't no baritone.
Are you a tenor?
I guess. I don't know.
Nah, Mean to Me was when we figured out that you was able to hit whistle tone notes.
Yeah, you figured it out, and then we hadn't even had the conversation, bro. I've been hitting whistle tone lately. I got a crazy whistle tone in me now that I've kind of honed.
We need to hurry up and get to the studio.
I'm not gonna do that shit in the studio.
This nigga shy.
I'm shy as fuck, bro. You know this. We got to be back at that. We might need to just rent out a Copper Beach apartment for me to do the whistle tone.
I think Copper Beach is gonna have lots of my money in the future.
Oh yeah, I want to. You know what I want to do? I'm not gonna get too extensive because I was about to go crazy. I was about to talk about buying 3 apartments, breaking walls down. Fuck that. That's stupid.
They're gonna make us put all that back.
Yeah, nah.
You think they would sell us just a section of a building?
I'm sure of it. If we was willing to pay it, I'm sure of it.
We gotta see what we talking about.
Yeah, because they steady building new apartments out there, and Copper Beach is gonna become one of them like older. It's never gonna die off because it's Copper Beach.
They updating and shit.
Yeah, true. But I just feel like it's so many new apartments that they keep building.
Yeah.
That style of apartment is gonna go out of style or whatever. Like, and it'll be people like us that still love it. Like, you can't never get old. That townhome can't never get old.
Yeah, and it was like, man, I was in the basement with it. But it was above ground because it's Texas.
Yeah, it was the first floor, but it was the negative second floor.
A shopping mall first floor type deal.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Like when the
Yeah, and like the thing about like Mean to Me was that was one of them songs we had a lot of duality on too, because you came in talking about how much your girl meant to you, and I came in talking about how mean the girl was being to me.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, girl, you mean a lot to me. And he like, yeah, girl, you mean to me.
Mean as hell.
You know, I don't know, bro. I liked it. I loved it. When you gave me that verse, we do a lot of things out of necessity, bro. And that was one of those out of necessity things because for some reason at no point did we think about putting you on the album.
Right. And the crazy thing is, even with the beats, you're like, this album needs something. And I'm like, and I played you one beat, and I'm like, you're like, yeah. And I'm like, this is really funny, but I'm letting you know this is not the beat that you're picking. You were ready to start writing to that other beat.
Oh, that other beat you cut on? Yeah.
Yeah. And then I put on, I'm like, this is the beat you're taking. And you hear the first chords about it, and you're like, the fuck are you talking about? And then the bass comes in, and you stopped arguing. And yeah, like that song was an experience. Like, I didn't think that I was gonna do a feature on this album.
Well, now that's another one of those songs that's like a for real freestyle because what you got to remember is that might be one of them joints that you was asleep while I was recording. That's a dynamic. That's a dynamic that we have in the studio.
We recorded that early, and then we did. When you did the final takes, I was asleep for sure.
Okay, maybe. Okay. Because I just remember, doing, we got the writing technique we do where we record over the whole song and just get out flows. That was legitimately the first things I said. Like,
yeah,
I know exactly. Yeah, that was for real, though.
Like, there was no change of lyrics.
Nah. I just freestyled it, and then we came back and we really made sure every vocal was hitting right. We got some songs that's some hits. We got some hits in the bag right now. And we just got to go do that too.
What I've noticed with people is when you're writing songs, the very first idea that you come up with is exactly what the song needs to be, because like in a sense like that's what your spirit meant for you to say on a song type deal. And so like a lot of times people will like they'll go in, they'll freestyle, they won't record none of it. I'm like, nah, whenever we freestyle something in the studio, before we even start going, I got a voice memo going every time. And then sometimes people be like, all right, let's write to it. I'd be like, what you mean? We got the song
we got a memo. Yeah, run that back and we going. Yeah,
don't argue with yourself. Don't argue with God either.
Basically, because man, when I say sometimes God just had to put in that work, because we will put out songs that I personally have no idea what the point of that song was. Even though I made it, I sung it, it just came out. And then next thing you know, other people telling me what the song was about. And
right, and it meant so much to them, but I was just
I would just let my mind free. And I hear a lot of people say, like I heard Rick Rubin say something about it, like it's signals from God for real. It's like, and a lot of people get the signals. That's why when they hear your music, they feel related to it because they got that signal. But they either might not make music or they might not have had access to the studio.
Yeah.
And me, I get that signal and I'm right in the studio with it. I'm not even really thinking. My pen just going. Not my pen, because I really do type.
And the thing is, those signals, they never get lost, which is why when you get them, you got to run with them. Because have you ever recorded a song and then or you had an idea and you bullshitted on the idea, and then a couple months later somebody drops a song doing exactly what you were supposed to do?
Exactly what you were supposed to do.
I'm talking about the beat sound like how you were supposed to have gone about it, and you know that you could have made it harder, but you didn't, and you slacked. And now somebody else is running off with a thing that was supposed to be yours.
And you know the crazy part about that thing that was supposed to be yours that you could have did harder?
Yeah.
It's working.
It's in it.
It's working.
It's working.
And that's what'll frustrate you the most. Whatever you were supposed to do and you didn't take action on, somebody else doing it and it's working.
And they're doing half of how you could have done it, and they're winning.
So they'll definitely take full advantage of your ideas and know that you don't get the same you every day.
Yeah, you gotta trust in yourself and realize the trust in yourself is coming from the fact that you connected. And even with the music has always been my channel to God. You feel me? I feel like God, you know what I'm saying, really speaks to me the most. Even when I was playing keys at church, playing drums, that's when I feel the most connected to a higher power. And so the ideas flow best when you just surrender yourself to the song and give it what it needs.
Yeah, facts. Definitely gotta let the song be what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Next song?
Enough. We both talked about how this is not our favorite song.
Enough. Yeah, Enough is a cool song. I don't think it's too much to say about Enough. It was a song we made.
Yeah.
I think that's another song. I think you wrote the hook for that one.
Did I?
I believe, yeah.
What does Enough sound like?
Or it's definitely a half and half, or if not. I wrote that part.
Absolutely.
This you right here. Yeah.
All right. Am I gonna confess and air my dirty laundry on this podcast?
Hey, that's what we're here for.
All right. So what's so funny about the way that I write music is that especially for R&B for me is just flirting. If I was really trying to raise up a girl, the exact way that I would write it on a song would be the exact text messages I'd be sending, and
yeah, no, that's facts. I've seen him pull lyrics directly from text messages,
and I've said shit, and it's gone vice versa too, and it's worked, and so when I'm writing, I'm just like I'm talking straight to the person I'm talking to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like sometimes you'll just be there, like you just writing down what goes on in your head. What you think about? Is this a crush? Is it fun? Is it love? I don't know, but I like this.
I don't know.
And
I don't ever want to give it up.
Right, and like when you start being real with yourself, you really get the best music. And like a lot of times, like writer's block from people is like when you're trying to hold up that facade.
And yeah, like I mean, some people know this story, but like even with ups and downs, that's a 3-song EP.
Yeah.
And I was stuck on song 2, and that's because quite literally that whole EP was the ups and downs of an actual relationship.
Yeah.
Lights, Camera, Action came during the ups, the great time of that relationship. About You came when it was rocky. It was like, I'm tired of this, but you know I'm here. And then Torn came. Torn is the breakup, bro.
Yeah,
I know you still remember that call, bro. I broke up with my girl broke up with me that day. Then I sit on the toilet. I'm in my feelings. I write the track. I call this man Ayu up. I'm like, shit, bro.
Still on the toilet.
Yeah, still on the toilet. Just wrote the song. I'm like, shit, bro. I got this song. I'm trying to. I wrote to that beat you had gave me. But like, I mean, I'm gonna come through in a few hours. I'm gonna probably cry if I record it right now. But I'm gonna come through and record it. Kid you not, same day. Few hours later, once I got my shit together, I go over there. I record the song. I think we probably took a few days on that song, right?
Yeah.
Because I had to bring the saxophone in. I played the sax on that song. Yeah, that was real life though. Like we came in and recorded the vocals for that song off of pure energy, like what I was really feeling that day.
And it's like that was one of them songs to where we're like, we need to keep this so pure. Like we're not gonna put drums in this.
Yeah.
And like
I love our piano ballads.
And the the crazy thing about it is like you came and you had this song and there was a melody that had been sitting like in my heart for months.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's time. And then we had that progression go through and it's like it's just like that was really history for us. Like we had hit that level to where we're like, okay, we can really make whatever music we want.
Yeah, whatever we feeling, we can talk about it right now today. Like, and people are gonna want to hear it because that's what they going through, bro. Like,
right. Yeah.
They're not rich, bro. Like, that's what I try to tell people, especially people that's capping. Like, when you ain't got a lot of money, don't cap like you do because they want to relate to your music. They don't have a lot of money, bro. They're struggling students. They struggling artists. Because sometimes, like, I like to find myself as the person that's really making music for struggling artists. People listen to me and like, oh, snap. I don't have to be this big, huge artist to make big, huge artist music. Like, you know what I'm saying? And big, huge artist music that's really about my life. Because anybody that know me can see my life through this music easily.
Like, your music is far more polished than, like, anything that, like, represents you can show. Like, you look at social media, like, your music is far better than, like, reflects online. It's far better than, like, you know what I'm saying? It's until you hear it.
You look at the views. If you look at the views, like, the most views I got on something is like 22,000.
Like, views going up, though.
Yeah, they going up.
Views coming hot. Views coming in hot this year.
They going up, but the most, so, like, if you look at the views, you and then you listen to the music, you're like, oh, snap. I would have thought this had a good 1.2 million on it.
Right. And it's just, things just sound, and that's how I know we headed in the right direction, because, like, years from now, it's going to be things that we just did casually, and, like, people just go fall in love with the taste. You know what I'm saying? Like, people like our music because they like our taste in music.
Facts. Oh, snap.
Man, whoever FaceTiming me during this podcast, be careful.
Oh.
And so let's talk about God Complex.
God Complex, man.
I forced myself onto that song.
I'm glad you did too, bro. Like, Jay Reezy killed that beat, but them drums. Oh man, them drums. God Complex. So, like I said, once again, I linked up with Jay Reezy. He had sent me a few beats, and then I sat down. And the craziest part is, I'm working a warehouse job, bro. I'm real life working a warehouse job. And my boss is this crazy rapper, bro. Everybody at work trying to tell me how crazy he go. J-Rock Obama. Everybody trying to tell me this dude is like, he the real deal. Like,
Word.
they was like, yeah, he work here, but hey, ain't no telling how much longer, bro. He cut like that. And I'm like, okay. So I listened to a little bit of his music, and I'm like, oh, finally, I done met a rapper. Like, I met somebody who can really rap. And I'm chopping it up with him. That's how I do. We talking music all the time. I'm asking him who he like. He like a lot of the same artists I like. So I'm like, he's gonna love this song. Because we spoke on Griselda. I'm like, I love Griselda. He's going to love this. I think Jay Reezy was already trying to call it a Griselda type beat. And I'm like, all right, yeah, like, he gonna love this.
Yeah.
I cooked the verse up. And just on some, like, not for him, but with him in mind, I'm like, I have to come hard. Lo and behold, I send him that verse. And he takes me or calls me and like, that verse woke me up. He was like, I'm about to go right. Like, he was like, that song woke me up right.
I want to stop you and talk about that verse.
What's that?
You said, it's like, that was one of the verses where, like, I listened back to the song.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I was sitting there with my girl one day in the living room, and I'm just there, and I'm like, listen to this song. And I'm talking about, that's one of them verses that shit will really wake you up. You got to act that shit out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and like, one thing, you know me, and I like the weird fall offs of the time and everything.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's like
for sure.
everything in there was just so, and you came and you did that whole verse in one take.
That was a crazy day. Yeah.
That whole verse in one take, and I sat there and I looked at you and I was like, this nigga think he nice or something.
On me. What does nigga think he is?
And then I remember I went back and you left and I was rapping for a week straight.
Yeah. That's the type of song that make you want to rap. We R&B niggas, bro, but that.
And I'm just like, I hate this guy.
That make you rap.
I'm about to go right. And like, even now, like, I felt like I moved to Houston and like the competitive edge has not been there. Like, I just have not felt. But like, it's some niggas in Houston though. Like,
I'm
hey,
knowing.
shout out my boy VS. Shout out my boy Breezo. Shout out 32 Youngin. That nigga is 16 years old. One of the hardest little rappers I've ever met in my, like, hardest young rappers I've met in my life.
I'm gonna have to tap in. I don't know him.
Yeah, 32 Youngin. I'm gonna put y'all together on something.
For sure, shit. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Let's make it happen, bro.
Facts, man.
But hold on, let me finish this God Complex because I got to get to the part where I record the song. He says it wakes him up, and then he sends me a. First of all, that's what he sent me, voice recordings. He sent me a voice recording like, this woke me up. An hour later, he sends me a voice recording of him rapping the whole verse that you hear on God Complex. The whole verse.
In an hour.
An hour, bro. Like,
that's crazy.
Quick. Like, he woke up and sent me the verse. And then he like, I'm going to go to the studio and get it done. It might have been the same day, bro. If it wasn't the same day, it was the next day, I promise. He sent me the finished version with the stems.
That's, bro. I love people that's serious about music like that.
And he watched me, bro.
I won't lie, he did.
He watched me.
But but you gave him like 2/3 of the song, so I don't know what you was expecting.
I ain't know. Okay, it's one of them situations where I just made a verse. I ain't know how long he was gonna go, but he was like, shit, it's beat. So I'm about to go on his beat.
He did,
and I'm so glad he did it, bro.
Yeah,
I'm so glad he did it, bro.
Nah, that was one of my favorite things, especially like working with his voice and like building the drums around his section. Shit was just.
I sent it back to him. He said, "Man, them drums perfect, bro. Like, and they fit his voice. Like, I love it, bro. Your drums mixed with that crazy verse, bro. Yeah, it made both of y'all really shine in that moment, and that's all I could want, bro. I want the best song, bro.
Yeah, like I want music to have my music that I make to have its own place in history. To where like the textures, even like the palette of the music, it just feels very natural.
Yeah, for sure.
And like I just want it to always fit in wherever it is.
Yeah, facts.
We got winning. Winning was one of them ones. We gonna talk about it?
Let's talk about it, bro.
So we started winning, and we had written it, and like winning was probably actually the last thing we finished because we had added winning with March 9. And
March 9,
we put it
yeah.
together.
The second half of winning was originally called March 9 Freestyle.
Yeah.
And I want y'all to know we had a really bad idea. Official was supposed to be part of winning. The song Official was supposed to go with winning, which I'm really glad we didn't do because now I don't see how that would have worked.
It would have been on some like Robot Chicken type shit.
Yeah, it would have just been like the songs would just been changed.
Yeah.
But it worked out perfectly because we took March 9 Freestyle and the actual song Winning. And these are just verses, right?
And the crazy thing about winning is like you had done the hook, and then I remember I sent him the song with like these crazy effects that I had put on, and I had really polished the song on and made shit crazy.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't text me nothing back.
Oh yeah. And
And
that
he
was
loved
one of them.
It was one of them things to where like he had a whole celebration about it by himself
And didn't say shit.
and didn't say nothing about it.
Yeah, bro, I do that sometimes. Like some of my favorite beats from him, I don't notice that I do it, but I give you no feedback, bro. Like I give you absolutely zero feedback.
And then he'll come back like 2 months later. He'll be like, "I wrote this crazy song to this." I'll be like,
I thought you ain't like the beat.
Should have told me that before I sent it to 10 other people."
No, that's how that happens, bro. That's how the songs end up with everybody but me because, yeah, like I won't say anything about the beat, but I'll write a song, record it, perfect it, send it back, and he like, well,
Hey.
I thought you didn't like the beat.
That's how you ended up losing that beat to Mikhail.
Which one?
The Control one, that Shea joint.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
The crazy.
The one I put a hook on.
Yeah, at T Wood spot.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I can't wait to drop that. We're gonna talk about that on a different podcast.
Yeah.
And then finally, the end of the lamination crossover.
Oh my goodness,
Bro, Jay Reezy is like that's one of my I can't wait to cook with him today.
Yeah, today, bro. We need to get him on the phone ASAP. But Jay Reezy, bro, like the crossover beat.
Call that boy right now.
I got to, bro.
FaceTime Jay Reezy right now.
Jay Reezy, bro, what you on? Yeah, bro, because he sent me that beat and I already had the name of the album, I believe, the crossover, and somehow that became the title track for it pretty easily.
And it just fit.
Yo, what's good, brother? I'm in here with my boy Denzel, man.
What's happening, man?
What's happening? What y'all doing? Y'all doing y'all little podcast or something, man?
Yeah, bro,
Yeah,
we on
man.
air, bro, but we was talking about you. We had to call you, bro.
Yeah, well, say something for the podcast real quick.
Go ahead and say something for him real quick, man. Say what's up.
Man, what's going on, everybody? Y'all know what I'm saying? Man, Jay Reezy. My real name Jerry Young, but I go by Jay Reezy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I be out
man.
here laying down them tracks, laying down them beats for my man D-Nail and everything, work for my man Denzel over there.
Yeah, man, Jay Reezy, man. We was just telling him. We was telling him the way you really put the laminate on the album, bro. With them last few beats that you gave us, like we talking about the crossover right now, and
Yeah, man, like
That needs to be album of the year. They gotta stop playing, bro. That needs to be like album of the year or something, bro.
man, tell him.
It's up there for sure.
Let 'em know.
It's up there for sure, man. Nah, that was an amazing album. Great album to be a part of, man. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that, brother.
All them tracks. You know, working with these two dudes right here, they're some amazing guys, for real. These
Yeah,
two
man.
dudes right here, they're some amazing dudes to work with. I love working with both of these dudes. They're amazing. We're gonna have some more stuff coming up soon, you know, hopefully and everything like that. We know we gonna keep working, putting in this work. But nah, that crossover, man. Even like the introduction, amazing. Every single track on there. I'm talking about every single track. I ain't gonna lie to my favorite track though, Winning. I love Winning a lot.
Winning?
That track right there.
We just got off Winning.
I ain't gonna lie. Denzel did his thing on that Winning. I love that Winning. For
hey,
sure.
that's love, bro.
That transition That transition is just crazy.
Yes,
Like,
sir, bro.
Hey, that's love, bro. I was just talking about how D-Nail did not appreciate me at all for that.
Cap, bro.
Hey, nah, that's love. Hey,
yeah, man, y'all good, y'all good.
Oh yeah, for sure, bro. You know how it is. Always working though. Hey, we trying to work with you today, bro. What you on? But yeah, man.
hey,
Great
you
fucking
heard him.
guy.
You heard him. It's funny how he mentioned everything we was just talking about.
He did, bro. I'm telling you, it's certified.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, like Jay Reezy, the crossover, man. He really brought it together with that one. That sample, I'm not sure exactly where he got it, but that is a crazy sample. And just them like laid back lo-fi drums he added to it, and then it made me come onto it with this calmness and this like this knowingness of the crossover that's on the way, because it embodied the we came up with the I told you about the idea and you just expanded on it even more about the crossover. Like everything is at a crossover point in my life right now, like in our lives, like we crossing over, like really breaking barriers and doing all that. So yeah,
man. It was like a crazy like the album was really like a whole spiritual like journey.
it really was.
Like it was like an awakening almost. Like switching over from like, you know what I'm saying? We started off as real young, just young, and like
Young, innocent, like
just young.
really just
and like switching over to like being who we are now and like who we got to be to, you know what I'm saying, do what it takes to get where we are.
yeah,
And trying to get to.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Hey, I feel like we really, that's really it.
Yeah,
Like,
we ain't got much more to say, man. The crossover, man. If you ain't streamed it, bro, I don't know why you just watched this whole podcast about it, but go stream it.
go for the podcast. Yeah. And
What else we
Quick.
got to say, man? Any shout outs? Any last shout outs? Once again, I want to say shout out to Zavante. We ain't get too deep on him, but that boy is goated.
man, let's take a second to talk about Savante.
While we here, shit.
Savante.
Big Vontae.
Big Vontae. With the name that we used to have that we're not going to speak on.
Yeah.
My favorite barber. My favorite rapper. You my favorite R&B singer, though.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, nah, like, there's not a single time where he misses. And the thing is, like, that's somebody, one thing I admire about him is somebody he's always known exactly himself. Like, he will not do a thing more or a thing less than like
him.
What he is willing to do. Like, Savante,
He been recording and mixing
I'll
himself,
play
I
him
believe.
a bunch of beats, right? Different styles. He'll rap, kill all of them. Won't record none of them except the ones that are for him.
Yeah.
Like,
And
that
that's
kind of
I've
like
always
personalization.
admired that. Like his
Yeah.
artistry is it's on point.
He's
Like,
so intentional with every single step of his journey, every single step of his life, and like
Love
it's
that,
something
bro,
you
yeah.
really like. You really got to look up to.
you can't. Yeah, you have no choice but to, because like everybody wants to be that at the end of the day. We all got
Yeah.
these young like minds that want to go everywhere and do everything, but he like even with
locked
that
in,
he
laser
locked in.
focused
Yeah.
with it. Like,
I love that about bro.
and
Yeah.
like seeing from like where he started with rapping, and like he's always had a real soulful side to himself, and then he started rapping, and all of a sudden he's like, yeah, falsetto is the way.
You feel me? Because boy, he trying to creep into that R&B world,
Bro, and it's just like he like Savante is I feel like him and I do like very similar things.
Yeah.
To where like his music is simply him. Like he has paved a way and like a path for himself that's just him, and he's just going, and it's like you gonna get in line with it or you gonna get out the way. But
You feel me?
it's gonna happen eventually.
And I hope I'm not even saying too much with this one. It don't matter, but like
He just dropped that.
We
he
just-
just dropped the song.
yeah, Mind, Body, Soul. Go listen to that.
Yeah.
But we just recorded a song where he just straight. He didn't use any other voice other than his falsetto. Whole song. I rapped, but bro did and it's great, bro. It's great. Like that. Yeah, he's different, bro. I'm really ready for y'all to hear this new Savante. It's gonna be on his timing, but like when it come, y'all, yeah,
When it's
y'all not
time-
gonna be ready for it, but y'all gonna know y'all needed it then.
When it's time, it's time.
Big facts. But yeah, I think that's all we got for y'all today, man. It's been D-Nail, Denzel Stone.
Appreciate y'all tuning in.
Dropping Gems.
Stay sexy.
That should be the name of the podcast. Dropping Gems.
That's all right. That's fire.
But yeah, man, like you said, stay sexy for real because.
Are we gonna tell them about our sex symbol challenge, or is that for another podcast?
That's for another podcast, but just know I will be the first sex symbol out of these two men you see on camera right now.
For it.
It's me.
He's not gonna do it.
It's me.
He's not gonna do it. Y'all should have seen how much weight I lost this week. It's not gonna be him.
I lost a bunch of weight and gained it back, and people thought I did it on purpose. Nigga, sex symbol tings.
I leg press 1,200. He not gonna do it.
I leg press 200, nigga. Get your pounds down.
Hey, cut the cameras.